What's up, everyone? I'm going to be taking you through an exercise that we're adding so that we can kind of complement some online training programs, make sure people have a little bit of a better video. So what this is going to be is focusing on hip mobility in terms of hip abduction, not only strength, but really just being able to maintain that position while expressing internal rotation of the hip. Something that really you're going to be kind of humbled by in terms of your range of motion. And it's just like anything else that you see with our online programming or any of the FRC work, where we really need to make sure that we're getting quality reps and kind of checking our ego in terms of where we should be at. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this. I'm going to even start off really nice and easy, but it's totally okay if you end up on one block or even just two. And we're going to set up in the quadruped position. As I do that, I'm going to make sure that I have my hands directly under my shoulders, and I want to make sure that I have my knees directly under my hips. So you see a lot of times some people might start off from sitting too much, they start off a little bit flexing the hip, but I really want to make sure that my knees are under the hips. I'm going to set up with the blocks right next to me, and one of the things that I want to make sure I'm doing is not leaning. So even though we're using this for the camera, if you needed to, you could have a wall on your left side or a foam roller here so that if I knock that over, I know I have just a little bit extra feedback that I'm leaning. So from here, just like a hip car, I'm going to go ahead and place this down. Now when we're talking about internal rotation, what we're actually looking to have happen is the heel to rise, which is representing, if you think about an X on my femur or on my thigh, is rotating that way. So I'm getting rotation of the femur. If we're thinking about hip abduction, I'm going to want my knee and my foot to stay in the same line, and I'm going to be lifting up my knee first and not the foot. So let's show you abduction first. So for abduction, I'm just staying nice and long in the spine. A lot of us are going to end up flexed too. So if you see your right hip is too high, say I sat up like this, and as I was in it, I wasn't able to really get the right hip down like that, then what I can do is also, again, just regress it a little bit more. Take your time building it up, because it's not going to help you practicing bad reps. Might even really reinforce some compensations. So again, as I'm here, I want to just have the slightest natural curve in my spine, and I should almost be able to feel a little bit of a stretch in here, because this should be my end range if that's what we're aiming towards strengthening. So from here, get everything locked in. I'm going to lift knee first, hold, 3, 2, 1, down. As you do that one, you're going to feel a lot of weight on the inside hand, so my right hand. See if you can distribute some weight to the left, and make sure you're really using your armpits to stabilize your spine. So there's abduction. Now just internal rotation is going to look just like this. So I'm just internally rotating. Notice the knee stays down, slowly coming back. Everything's lined up, tighten the abs, internally rotate, then come down. And I can try to get that as high as I can, but at the same time, be conscious of a major compensation, which is this. So if you notice, as my heel gets up too high, I start to shorten too much here, and then this hip hikes up into my right armpit. I might even lean or even try to curve my spine to make up for that. Make sure you guys are really strict on these reps. They're really not something that we want to practice compensations on. They can really make it worse if you're really doing them poorly. Really take it so that you're doing it at your level, specific to you. Don't be afraid to regress. And as always, if you guys have any questions, you're doing an online program with us. If you have questions, ask, reach out. Might even be able to make a video for you. It's exactly why we're making this one. So just let us know. Anything we can do to make the experience better is really what we're all about. So enjoy the video, and you guys have a great rest of the day.